Hi, I'm Dan and welcome to OCD Cars. Just behind me here we've got this Seat Leon that's just come in. Let me walk you around. Okay, so this is a 2010 model. It is the 1.4 TSI petrol turbo. So yeah, it's got 4 current owners on the vehicle. As you can sort of see, the bodywork, it's been sort of well looked after in its past time. There are some dents and scrapes and whatnot on the vehicle, but we are looking at a vehicle that is now 14 years old. It has done just over 96,000 miles on the clock, but there does come with quite a substantial service history. Things we've done recently to this car, if we just go through them now, it's had brand new tyres all round, all matching the same tyres. And while we're here, we just look at the tread, the depth on that disc and pad. There's plenty of meat on those pads. There's no lips or anything onto where they're very good condition discs and pads on the rear. Same with the tyre on the front. I say that it's had brand new tyres all round, all the same make. And again at the front here there is plenty of meat. We'll just get in there just so you can see that on that pad there. And again, there's no, oh sorry for my camera skills, there's no scrapes or big lips on the front discs there. So there's plenty of trouble-free motor in there to have from the tyres and the discs, and obviously of course that's the same all the way around. There are unfortunately some bubbling going on the wheels there, and a little bit of curb marks around, sadly, on all 4 wheels. But again, this is a vehicle that's funny enough, I actually know the guy that I brought this car from. He's my neighbour who's looking to part with this vehicle, and I said that I'd buy it, and I didn't realise, but I actually knew the person that had it before him as well. So yeah, I do know the history of this vehicle. It's been around the town, and the woman that had this before him, I used to go to school with her, and she used it as a family car. So and she meticulously looked after it, as you can sort of tell, and so did my neighbour. The interior on this is fantastic. The only downside is just a bit of a wear mark here on the driver's side, just where it's been, someone's obviously where the driver gets in and out from, unfortunately. But I'll say it's 14 years old, cloth interior, you do get that. You get that with leather as well. So yeah, just over 96,000 miles. While we're here, we will go through the interior. So on the door cards here, there's no marks, scrapes or anything untoward on that side. Up here, I really like the function of these, sort of like smoothed off the handle where you open up the door, and yeah, there's no scrapes on the door cards there. The rear seats are in very good condition. The rears have Isofix, which is a great function to have. They'll sort of kite around, obviously, the kiddie seats, which is great. Sort of very well cleaned, as you can imagine. In the boot here, it's always quite nice to see the original tyre. So in here you've got the original tyre there with all the tools, which is great, and the original parcel shelf too. I am waiting on a rear bulb for the boot, which will come in soon. Once it's in, I'll obviously put that in place. There is the unfortunate sort of the odd luggage mark there where things get put inside and out the boot, which again, for the age of the vehicle, you sort of expect that sort of thing, really. Again, I do love that. And then yeah, this side there's no scrapes, marks on the door cards, and again the seats on the rear passenger are in very good condition. We come round to the passenger side again, and the door cards are very good, and there is no wear marks in that seat at all. It's got a nice little glove compartment in there too, with the sort of sat nav disc. While we're in the interior of the car, we have got 12-volt supply if need be. It's got rear and front parking sensor in this. It's got traction control and tyre pressure monitor system, central locking, and we've got electric mirrors too with a heated function. This is a 6-speed manual, and which is quite nice too. Is just down here we have a USB port and an aux for our stereo. In here we have air conditioning and climate control. It's also got dual function as well, so it's independently controlled on the heating or cooling side of the vehicle, but also you can dual it up so it all works as one unit, which is quite nice. It's got quite a lot of like bits and pieces with this being a more sportier car, the TFI model. This does have a hell of a lot of functions, so if we just come in the inside now, and just start it up. Okay, so this does have a rain sensor, windscreen wipers, and it does have the automatic headlights as well. And this, like I say earlier, this has the air conditioning. I'm just going to move it forward a little bit just so we're out the sunshine a bit. There we go. Okay, so in this as well you've got a computer function, which is great. So in here you've got various bits and pieces that you can control. So you can pair your phone to it as well, which is very handy. And you can go for your range consumption and whatnot, which is quite nice. Over here too you've got where you can sort of pair your mobile phone. You can do so here, and you've also got the radio as normal. You can connect your phone by Bluetooth, and also the satellite navigation too, which is nice. So yeah, it's fully loaded, this one. It's got lots of bits and pieces in there, which is nice. The interior is very clean. While we are in here, I'll just open up the front bonnet and we'll go and have a look at the engine bay. This also has the rear dimming mirror as well, so if you've got people following you behind in the dark and they've got very bright lights, then it'll auto dim the side mirrors and the rear mirror as well, which is a nice function. So as always, I'm going to struggle opening this by one hand, so we just hold it up to you there. But as you can see, it's been well maintained. Myself, I have gone through and given us full major service, so that includes the spark plugs, the oil and the filter, as well as the air filter, pollen filter, and topping up all the fluids. So all the brake fluid's been drained and topped up with new. We've got screen wash in there too, and coolant system as well. It has recently just had an MOT as well, so it does come with 12 months MOT. That was one of the reasons why the guy wanted to part with his vehicle, because the last MOT it sadly failed. He wasn't willing to do the work, and that's when I took the vehicle on to undergo the work that needed doing and get it through its MOT. So while we are here, I'll just point out the obvious sort of stone chips here and there. I have touched some of these in, whether the camera's picking that up. Yeah, I have touched some of these in, which you can just about see there. Again, I'll touch them in because I don't really want them rusting. There is unfortunately some stone chips on the front here, but again, it is a 12-year-old car with 96,000 miles, and it's just missing some of the lacquer up here. Down the side we have a couple of what looks like a car park. Dents along here, and tiny dents just about there, which you can just, don't know where the camera's picking up, but just about see that one there. That's right. And over to the rear, I just mentioned about the sort of scuffs across the boot there. And on this side, there is a little tiny one there, and a bit of scratches just here, and there. And we have some more. Unfortunately, there's quite a few on this door side, but yeah, they are the bad bits. Unfortunately, the exterior of the car, it does show some wear, but it's a cheap car. It's a great little runner, perfect family car, either doing the school runs or just an additional to a family vehicle, or someone that's looking for their second car or maybe their first car. It's a great car, really. Nice trouble-free motoring for the future, with all the discs and pads doing, and a recent major service. I believe the next service is due on this in 9,600 miles or 365 days. So you've got at least a good year of free motoring. So apart from the fuel, that would be nice if that was free, but unfortunately that's not. So yeah, this is it. That's about me now. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, and if you've got any inquiries, you can be happy to email me or WhatsApp me. The details will be linked on the website, and yeah, I look forward to hearing from you, and thank you. Bye bye.